Welcome back to the show. We're going to start on a creative note today. We have an award-winning playwright with us here today. She's written many, many plays that bridge a gap of cultural differences and talks about relationships a little bit more. We have Zora Zoberai with us here today. Zoberi, sorry. You have so many plays. I just want to start off with how you got inspired to do this in the first place.
We formed a group that's called Bridging the Gap Productions, and we decided that we're going to look into social issues because our community is evolving, multicultural community. Therefore, the issues are also are of different nature. So all year round, we do some literary meetings, get-togethers, debate the issue, and pick out one particular social issue. And then we do a little bit of research on it, and I write a reality-based script on about that issue.
That's fantastic. I mean, that gives a reason for the audience to actually connect with the play, I'm sure. Right now, what are some of these issues that you focus on? Are they more like emotional issues? Like
most of those happen to be social relationship issues, and they're at the forefront of everybody's mind, you know. One was window shopping for lasting love, pros and cons of love arranged marriages, and then that led us into why then do people fall out of love. So then it became Questionably Ever After was the next, and then after that we thought of doing another issue to deal with another issue that was From a Widow's Closet. I staged that, and that was pretty popular because it shows that how widows from other cultures that come to Canada, they find more freedom and liberation in Canada, so they can break away from those taboos, cultural taboos that they might have to face in their own countries.
In their own country,
Right.
yeah. I
Now,
like that idea.
You used to work for a bank. How did you go from banking to theater?
How did I go from banking to theater? That's an interesting question. In fact, I was always interested in writing and plays and so on. Once I was president of a women's organization, and they asked me to do a skit. Once I wrote the skit and someone was acting on it, the feeling of your word being spoken on the stage was such a wonderful feeling, and then the issue was the right issue. And I realized that, you know, bringing issues to stage and then discussing them, enlightenment through entertainment would be a very effective method. So it appealed, that worked, and somehow I got into that niche.
It definitely
been very
worked
successful.
out. I mean, you've had your a lot of your work published. I mean, you've had award-winning books, so it definitely worked out in your favor. Now, you know, again, back to your actual writing, the writing aspect of it. I mean, I'm sure the audience loves to watch a play that they can connect with, right? So, I mean, do you find that the community has connected very well with your plays?
Oh, definitely. In the first one, Young Girls, it was the story of a 27-year-old girl. Young girls called me all the time, saying that it was their story I had written. Then later on, with the Questionably Ever After, the issues, marital issues, the lady who acted, she said, "It was my story you have written. How can I not act it well?" And
That's awesome.
things like that. So then this year, Prison in Paradise is a play that I haven't staged yet, but we did a stage reading of it at the Masonic Lodge.
And what was that based on?
Mississauga. That is based on, that's actually on the subject of infidelity. The caption was that is cheating in marriage as common as speeding on the highway? Only the ones that get caught must pay the ticket.
Oh, that's an interesting kind of comparison.
These
there.
ideas are pretty cool, and I'm sure you've probably made a lot of people realize a lot of things in their relationships and go home and be like, hey, I just watched something that just struck a chord with me. And now in terms of writing it, is it one thing, right? What about actually staging these plays? What is the process like?
The process of staging has been extremely interesting for me because it was something new to me. But I learned through these productions, I learned to audition and all kinds of other background work that goes into it. But the specialty that I take, or my group takes pride in, is the fact that we involve not only professionals, but people from all walks of life. So in my plays, on the stage at Hammerson Hall. I have had somebody from a hairdresser acting, taking a role, someone from a corporate, office that I called and said, would you like to act in my play? And someone from my dentist's office,
Right.
and at the same time they're combined with professionals. So non-professionals with professionals combined. You mentor a lot of people, and you mingle with a lot of people from different cultures. A lot of bonding takes place during those productions. Great work,
I'm
a lot
sure.
of work,
Right.
a lot of work.
Now you've won quite a few awards for some of your plays. How do you feel about winning these awards?
I think that what I find that during the production, the whole process is so gratifying. The fact that you are bringing real life issues to public in an entertaining manner, it's gratifying in itself. But once you get an award, you get encouraged to do more of the same. You feel that it's, who doesn't like a pat on the back?
Of course,
Exactly.
especially when you
Great
know you work
recognition.
very hard on it. And again, like even A Prison in Paradise, those types of plays, many women can connect to them, especially coming from other countries. Now, are the stigmas pretty bad? Like, what do women really go through when it comes to that?
In this particular play, Prison in Paradise, I showed a white Canadian couple, and they're married for 15 years. Caroline comes to David's office at 10 p.m., and there's a Canadian of Pakistani origin, a Humaira Bhatti. She's pulling out fuchsia color, hot pink lingerie out of Holt Renfrew bag.
Oh,
And
dear.
that's
Me, she got the expensive kind then.
that's where this conflict begins between husband and wife. They end up in a divorce. However, she maintains that it was not physical relationship she was having with him. So that raises the question that what constitutes cheating? Is it just physical relationship between two people that are not married to each
Right.
other and are committed elsewhere, or does it begin with emotional connection? So those are the kind of questions that were raised in the play.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Zora, for being on our show. I want to make a quick mention that on Saturday, May 16th, you're having a book signing, right? And that's located where exactly?
It's at the Mississauga chapters.
Chapters of Mississauga, right here downtown.
Right.
So that's here right by Square One. She's having a book signing. If you'd like to check out Zora and her wonderful piece of work, I'm sure you've done really great with it. Thank you so much for being on this show. Lots more to come after the break. Stay tuned.
Hey.